Everybody, it's Invicta. It is time for everybody's favorite day of the week, Random Run Day, which has been taking off. Thank you all so much for all the support on Sundays, which has typically been the worst performing days of the week because obviously the weekend and it being Sunday, that sort of stuff. But the randomizer runs have really spiced things up, and I'm glad that so many people are embracing it. And thank you all very much, all of those of you who signed up on the Patreon. Closed beta invite phase 1 tests have gone out to people. You can still sign up for it though, and if you want more information, feel free to reach out on Discord. We'll be happy to answer some questions there. Also, so we have a little bit of an unprecedented announcement here. Obviously, we have not made the 490 like streak goal happen for the character tier list. So what I'm going to start implementing is, if it looks like something is stalling, then I'll go ahead and switch it up for the goal. So again, the whole philosophy here is we don't want to get stuck on like streaks. We don't want to lower the amount of likes required. We just need to up the rewards and up the frequency. So we're going to go ahead with the character tier lists dropping sometime this week. It will not take place of an Isaac run. It will just be extra content, probably in the 2 o'clock slot. So we're going to move past that and go on to Randomizer Theme Week, which is going to be an entire week of this Invicta Randomizer on the YouTube save file. It's going to be either good or bad. It's going to be fun. So here we go. We do have a new update, everyone, that we pushed not that long ago for the randomizer app. I have no idea what we're going to be looking at today. So really quickly to go over some new things here. As you can see, we've done a slide out feature. I know that's cut off on this side, but roll with me here. You have your achievements that are unlocked right here. And again, we have a whole spread of achievement panels and stuff that you can go for. You see that I got Rating Novice here. Rate your first handicap difficulty. Help the community. Awesome. Great stuff here. We're going to be adding more achievements as the app continues its development. Also, you can check your user stats now, and you can also start putting the gold star here to show that you've completed it. And then you can go back and also add any seed that you have here, like whatever. And then you can mark it as completed, and that way you can share it with anybody who wants to see it and say, hey, here's the seed I played on, see if you can beat it. That sort of stuff, and it shows you some stats here as well. Very awesome things, and you can, of course, click on all of the descriptions for all your handicaps, including the awesome, of course, Agramonipolis. All right, which, by the way, Alex had his Twitter followers wiped somehow. I'm not sure how that happened, but make sure you go refollow him in case if you weren't following him already. Here we go. Let's see what we got going on today, dog. I forgot to enable the Angel Deal, Devil Deal. Playing Tainted Isaac to Blue Baby and Stone Age. What the heck is that? Play as Tainted Isaac. Defeat Blue Baby at the chest. No pills, runes, cards, or soul stones for the entire run. Pure caveman tears. What? Yikes. Well, the good news is that we're playing as Tainted Isaac. The bad news is that it's no pills, runes, cards, or soul stones. Yikes. Wow. Okay. Well, ain't nothing to it but to do it. It's been a long time since I actually did one of a Tainted Isaac run. So Papa 8 Bravo November 4 Delta 3 Papa. I also didn't show the meme of the day because there was a lot of announcements, and I didn't. It was going to be an extended intro today, so I wanted to just go over that. So, did it say no coins or just means consumables? It said no pills, runes, Okay, so coins and shops. So it's not like the no seas challenge, but it's a variant of that. So Tainted Isaac. Let's talk about him real quick. He starts off with Isaac base everything as you would expect, but if you notice here on the top left-hand side, that is Isaac's inventory, and what it represents is the maximum amount of items that Isaac can take at any given time on any given floor. And you only get 8 slots. If you get Birthright, it bumps it up to 10. So Birthright is definitely something that we're going to be hoping for, because that helps out tremendously. But that means that we have to be very, very picky and choosy on which items we take, and this is it's a character that you can learn how to prioritize items in terms of what's going to help us the best right now, what's going to give us the best opportunity to actually win this run. And this is with this handicap, man. This is rough. What was the name of this challenge again? Tainted Isaac Stone Age to Blue Baby. I feel like I'm in the Stone Age right now, man. Thought that was a spike rock up there because of the inventory. We have a golden bomb, of course, so I'm going to be using that to my fullest extent. And, oh yeah, and that's another thing is that all item pedestals will flip like this. I do not want Nancy bombs. And I'll take Robo Baby for now, but most likely he'll be maybe replaced. I don't know. Robo Baby's kind of a G. He's kind of a bro. I have no qualms about Robo Baby. But thankfully, we can at least take Devil Deals. Because that would have been horrible. I feel like I'm playing a Dr. Fetus run right now. And unlike Robo Baby 2.0, you can actually aim and control where Robo Baby 1.0 fires and when he fires too. I prefer Robo Baby over Robo Baby 2.0. Some people feel the opposite, and that's okay. I ain't gonna poo-poo you for liking something I don't. I've always said that. I know it's hard these days to differentiate that sometimes, but it's the truth. Take the safety pin for the Soul Heart here because we don't need any HP. I mean, we need HP, but we don't need it right now. Still going to look for some opportunities here. You know, going to Blue Baby is kind of a blessing in disguise, I would say, because obviously Tainted Isaac is not a... yeah, that was going to happen. He's not a character that you can just guaranteed ball out of control with. Like, you've got to defend your Devil Deal. You've got to know what items are going to be more important to your run than not. And Guppy's Eye is definitely going to do that for us here. So it gives us a chance for Guppy. Obviously, it's going to allow us to see inside of chests and stuff. That will kind of help out our decision making, which is good. Checking for a crawl space real quick. Was there something in the item room? There's a couple of rocks here. That's another thing that people, I think, enjoy about the randomizer runs is that, hey, look at that, we found it. Is that, by the way, they're not guaranteed. We just got lucky there. Is that I feel more inclined to be min-maxy when I'm doing these handicap runs because they are so dangerous. And I feel compelled to make sure that we take advantage of every single aspect that we can in the game to where we know, hey, this is reality. This is where we're at right now. We got to dial it in. We got to lock in. As silly as that sounds, that's how it works. So we end up getting Purity thanks to me finding the crawl space. And Golden Key, which is a day late and $1 short, but here we are. Gonna hold on to the Sun card, and we are ready to go. So let's hope for a good Devil Deal here. Sorry about that. We'll talk to Alex real quick. Yeah, poor Alex. He somehow lost. Somehow his Twitter follower list got cleared, so no one follows him. I saw a post of his that he retweeted, and I was like, "Wait, what account is that?" And then realized, "Oh, wait, what?" Spider Bite for now, but obviously we're going to be looking to replace him. If we can get one more bomb, that would be great. I'm not going to use the bomb in that room because there's no rocks or anything that would compel me to try to hit a twofer there with like a tinted rock or a pot or something like that. So let's see if we have a juicier target down in this room. And we don't. But obviously we want to get into the boss trap room, as that is a boss item that we can hopefully get some value out of. No reason for us to go in the shop. We don't have any money. And giving yourself as many opportunities to get item pedestals is king on Tainted Isaac. Just because of the way that his passive works, being able to flip between one pedestal and the other. Same thing goes to the Devil Deal. We got to make sure we cannot lose this Devil Deal. And holding on to Purity as well is going to be very important. This is where Robo Baby gets to show his chops a little bit. If the hits ever register, of course. You know, we all know how the game doesn't like to do that. It's also imperative that we do not lose the tiers upgrade that we have currently from Purity. I would say our highest value item right now currently is Purity. We need to make sure that we keep the stat that we want. And that involves not taking bad damage. Involves getting good mobility. Involves making sure that we're not taking bad angles to attack enemies. The Black Dingle is not someone I wanted to fight here because he is one of the tougher ones. Black Dingle charges once, but very, very, very quickly. I'd rather fight Black Dingle than Red Dingle. But you gotta be careful of clown physics, though. There we go. Clean kill. A Dingle. We're definitely gonna take Sty here. Even though we need the bomb. Yeah, see, this is problematic here. Neither one of these items are very good, although the Book of Sin actually can't help us except with hearts. Do we want the Book of Sin here? The nice thing about active items, I'm trying to make boss rush, so that's why I'm pausing here. The nice thing about active items is Tainted Isaac is that they don't count against your inventory. But we got to think about the long term here. Most of the things that Book of Sin drops is probably going to be worthwhile. It does contribute towards the Bookworm transformation, so I'm gonna roll with the Book of Sin. We just cannot use cards or runes from it. Now, there's a chance that we could find a half-price bomb inside of the shop. So it may be worthwhile here with 3 keys to do so. I'm not going to go into the curse room. Our soul heart is worth more than that. You know, I just got done talking about how giving yourself an opportunity. Oh, there's Birthright. Man, we got to go for Birthright. I'm sorry, Boss Trap Room, but we got to try. Please drop us a nickel. Birthright would be huge for it here. That increases Isaac's passive to 14 or to 12 slots. Sorry, not 10. There is no way that we can get 2 more cents out of this floor. 3 more cents. We would have to get something out of the curse room, which now I'm prioritizing this as more important. Because we have something that's even more important than that to shoot for. We get 1 cent here. We get a second guppy item in the cursed room. But it's not going to be enough, unfortunately, to fund us here. Keep seeing something crawl along my screen on the other monitor. It's Sissy on the randomizer app. And thank you everyone who's left feedback so far as well. We've had a lot of people who joined the closed beta test providing feedback. We've got not leaderboards, but we have active user stats showing exactly where everything is coming from and how many runs people have been doing, that sort of thing. So we're not gonna be able to get. We have one more chance, and that's to get a chest. This would be a miracle of all miracles. We need to get exactly 1 chest that we can unlock with the key beggar. Of course not. What could we do here? We're not going to make boss rush at this point. Is there a bomb rock that we can use? Wait. I know we still had fires here. That didn't matter. Is there a bomb rock that we can use on this floor? No. I can't use cards anyway. Yeah, we're just gonna have to fade it. That sucks. So close. All right. Well, the good news is that we are one away from Guppy already. So the Curse Room Gambit was definitely a payoff there with Isaac's passive, Tainted Isaac's passive, and giving us a chance to get the second Guppy item. Where were you, Curse? Or not Curse. The Curse of Sin. All right, we gotta move on. Capricorn is an absolute must-have here. We're gonna lose. Well, let's hold off on losing a Soul Heart until I know for sure we're not going to get a bomb, because that also resets our Purity damage aura, and I don't want to do that. I think Purity is a must-keep. The 2 Guppy items are definitely must-keeps. There we go. We got a bomb. It was a good call by me. Capricorn, absolute must-have. Must-have and must-keep as well. Let's go into the shop. See if we can get something interesting out of here. Blue Candle is also extremely good for this. I'm going to go with Blue Candle. Blue Candle allows us to maintain a level of damage without having to be wholly dependent on boss drops to occur. So in other words, we can get far with Blue Candle. At least I can get far with Blue Candle. You know, and I don't want to accidentally take a rune or a pill or anything just because I'm monologuing and not paying attention. And I realize that when I do that, it drives people crazy. Trust me, it's not done willingly. I'm just absent-minded because, I mean, you play the game so long, you know. We're staying locked in here. As far as that shot made it that far. I mean, not taking pills for me is easy. That's definitely not a handicap that was made specifically to counter Sinvicta. That was just this is just a general, the caveman handicap is just a general nuisance. But comboing it with Tainted Isaac means that we've got to... I worry about, and this is something that people probably are banking on, I worry about the perfect storm happening where we get just the worst possible combination of things. Tainted Loss to Delirium or Mother, and I'm not allowed to pick up boss items or something stupid like that. So it's gonna be spicy. It's gonna be risky. But if we can pull it off, man, oh man, we're gonna be having a good time. Okay, so I want to cycle Spider Bite out of here. Maybe not Spider Bite, maybe Sty. Sorry, Sty. We need a Tears upgrade here, buddy. Get the Pentagram, which is great. Let's get some damage here. Let's get rid of the safety pin. And no, if I pick it up, it doesn't give me the Soul Heart back. It'd be a little bit broken if it did. Just so you see right here. There you go. That'd be awesome, but yeah, way too awesome. And also, I just realized that I used a Sun card on floor 2. Oh, God. So as punishment, I'm going... People on console aren't going to be able to do this, but as punishment, I'm going to give myself Curse of the Lost. Permanently. And I hope that atones for my mistake. I was just trying to, as during that commercial break, I was just thinking, I was like, did I use a sun card on this run? Did I just immediately violate the rules of the challenge? And then I'm sure everyone's going insane. I think that kind of stuff, if that an honest mistake, if an honest slip up does occur, come up with an appropriate punishment for yourself. Skip all items for one floor or something like that. In this case, where I do have the ability to, Dumpy's pretty good. It's either Robobaby or Spider Bite. I think Spider Bite's got to get cut here. Sorry, Spider Bite. See, look, I'm putting vote of confidence in Dumpy. Little Dumpy. He's little and he's Dumpy. Oh, yeah. Yeah, come up with your own punishments. If you want, this is just a suggestion, because you can leave comments for other users to read on your profile, and you can tell them, hey, so I made a mistake. I used a card. As punishment for this challenge, if you violate it, you must give yourself permanent Curse of the Lost. Or if you do it again, if it's a secondary violation, you also have to now give yourself Curse of the Blind. I think that is an appropriate way to let you figure out what the difficulty should be. You don't make it too hard on yourself, obviously, but you know, I think it is fair. It is fair to just make sure that you're keeping honest with the game. You want to stay even with the house. I think that's also part of the fun too. Or maybe let a significant other or a brother or sister dish out the punishment for you. They may not even play the game. They may be like, don't fire any tears. I'd be like, look, I can't do that, sister. Piggy bank and pay to play, not gonna happen. I have no idea where we're going. I have no idea where I haven't been. Well, apparently I haven't been down here, but apparently it wouldn't matter if I did. Because it's a dead end. I could have just said I'd give myself Curse of the Lost on the next floor. Sort of like the default upside down version of the sun card. Dude, where the hell is this boss room? I legitimately don't know. I am at a loss of directions. Going left from the start. Going all the way left. Big room. Only one door goes up. 2 doors. Stop. Big room is here. Okay, lots of money, but again, nothing in the shop that we really care about. However, we do have a good amount of damage here, thanks to Purity. Range upgrade, even though we know it's a range upgrade, this is still worth us checking out because of the fact that we have Painted Isaac's passive here. We can pick up Mr. Mega temporarily and get the 5 bombs and then pick up Dumpy again. We could even do you one better. We can put down Robobaby. We can put down Robobaby and use Mr. Mega against the boss, who is Red Champion Mega Fatty, who is someone I don't want to be fighting here. Great shot by Dumpy. There we go. Look at that. There we go, baby. Definitely want to get growth hormones. We would have left Robobaby anyway, so thank you, Mr. Mega. And even Krampus is a chance for Guppy here. Yeah, that one you didn't need to freak out about, little Dumpy. Ooh, another Tears upgrade, but what are we going to replace, though? It's Spectral Tears, too, man. think we got to give up Purity. As crazy that as that may seem, this is a guaranteed permanent tiers upgrade versus something that may change or even deactivate if we get hit. Curse the XL and Curse the Lost. And rock right over Meow. Yeah, I think it's a tough call. It's a really tough call for us to lose Purity, but I think it's the right call. I would not mind School Bag at all. Oh, but we have to hold on to it. Okay, never mind. Sorry, School Bag. That was a waste of a key too. Gotta remind myself I do have Blue Candle, and there's a reason why I got it over the Book of Sin. Wow, they all tried to converge right there, huh? Yeah, so, for example, we just took a hit there, and Purity would have been deactivated, whereas, obviously, the Ouija board tiers upgrade is not deactivated. That would be insane. That'd be crazy. Well, Dumpy holding it down. Dude, the sissy crawling across the screen. She's so cute, but she's so distracting. Like, oh, well, I was gonna put it up on the screen here, but I don't want to distract. Oh, there she goes. Wait. There she goes. Hang on. Oh, wait, no, you can't see her. Oh, she's at the bottom of the screen. Oh, you can kind of see her. There she is. Hey. You see a little sissy just crawling along there. Oh, Sissy. We love Sissy. Who doesn't love Sissy? A common question that people ask me about Sissy all the time is where did the love for Sissy begin? It's honestly I can't even take credit for her popularity. I got inspiration to like Sissy from Lethal Frag, who is a friend of mine who I've talked about many times before. He's my favorite streamer. Unfortunately, I can't watch Frag as much as I used to. But he is the one who got me into Isaac, and he's the one who, when he played Isaac, he would always get really happy when Sissy was around. And I sort of did the same thing with her, but to a much more dramatic and silly degree. Didn't even see that this was winding up on us. Come on, game. Don't curse the Tuzos. We've already lost one Devil Deal because of it being Curse the XL, so that's one possible chance for us to get Guppy gone. I'm not going to go... I'm done talking about Curse the XL. Period. Because people, whether for whatever reason, we're not going to see eye to eye with everybody. So we're just going to agree to disagree for anyone who feels differently about Curse the XLs. The facts is that we are not going to have as many opportunities to get Guppy from a Devil Deal as we were hoping. So, again, talking about realigning expectations, making sure that we know exactly where we stand on any given run. We need to be prepared to drop the Guppy items if we absolutely have to for something more potent. And these item rooms have not been a vote of confidence in anything so far. That would trade all of our bombs for 2 keys, and I'm not willing to do that. I didn't even see this key drop here. Again, we can get 5 bombs here with Rocket and Ajara. We don't have to pick it back up. And I'm not going to. It's blocked by Dumpy. I'm not sure why the guts were going that way. Man, getting Birthright would have been absolutely incredible. This run would have been incredible if we weren't playing as Tainted Isaac. We need to find the shop, and I have a feeling with it being an XL floor, we're probably 10,000 leagues away from the nearest shop. The Curse of Loss is also not helping. Or it's just right here. The dramatism. Yeah, I mean, going Hourglass would be fine, but it's just not. Fact of the matter is, it's just not. We got to be ready to go to the next floor here, because obviously we cannot use the Fool card. Surprisingly, I mean, if I could see the map, we probably would have made Boss Rush even after the long delay of the back and forth on floor 1 and 2. Here we go. Oh yeah. Look, I was like, what? This isn't Depths 1. Whoa. Okay, I don't know what just happened there. Dumpy, I cannot reach you, buddy. Thank you. Blue Candle countering a bit of the shots there from Reap Creep. Big deep breath here. Stapler's damage. Sorry, little Dumpy. The betrayal, I know, but look, playing as Tainted Isaac comes down to hard decisions. You got to be capable of making those hard decisions. Yes, he provides us with a defensive upgrade, but this is not a run that's going to be won by defense, because we will not have enough HP to out-tank the game, so we need to out-DPS the game. Dude, I even see that spider there. Numpy would have saved us from that hit. Didn't save us from that hit. I don't know how we keep getting Blue Mom. Okay, we get one of our soul hearts back. And we get Guppy! But we're going to have to lose Blue Candle. Oh my god, game. You just can't let us have something. No. We don't have to lose Blue Candle. What am I talking about? We just touch it and we're done. Okay, whew. I take it back, game. I apologize. Look, I'm on edge right now, all right? That was not a good mom fight. So the Gambit did pay off. We end up getting Guppy. I was mentally preparing myself to getting rid of the Guppy items, specifically Guppy's eye, in case if we did not get a Guppy item there, and Brimstone or Mom's Knife or something showed up. Absolutely hate this room. Look at that though, Ouija board, clutching it up for us with the Spectral Tears. Tinted Rock right there. Come on now, and no tennis. No soul hearts, of course. That's what these randomizer runs do, man. They put me on edge. I can't really relax because I worry about not violating the rules of the handicap, first off, and secondly, not dying. I mean, I don't want to die in any given run, but specifically, I feel like I treat these like an actual challenge, except this one, if you lose, then obviously your streak is over. don't know if we're going the right way or not at this point. I want to say probably not. But I don't know. Okay, well, we got there. Red hearts in case we needed it, which we don't. Last assist should be a slam dunk. I don't like the arcing shots here. What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? There we go. Cut down on all the riffraff. Our damage is working for us here. Ooh, boy. Another Tears upgrade's huge. We cannot give up a Guppy item at this point. We can get a Soul Heart here from Binky. We could give up the stapler. What's our stats? 7. I think 7's still okay. We get 9 lives. Now that's huge there. So I'm going to drop Guppy's collar for 9 lives. Wait. No, yeah, that should count. We should still be okay. Because we still have Guppy's eye. Or I could get rid of Guppy's eye. But yeah, we're gonna take Dead Cat here. Horde Babylon, I don't care about. Yeah. I think that I'm okay with these stats. Take it slow in this room with flying. You don't have to freak out. You got the arcade. Jacob's Ladder is absolutely massive as well. Ooh, boy. We're going to have to make a... Well, first off, let's get the payout first. Get Jacob's Ladder. Oh, man. Tech 1 as well. Man. Dude, man, bro. Dude, bro. Man, bro. Dude, bro. We can get rid of Binky. Wow, instant payout on Tech 1 as well. The game wants us to agonize over this. Do we need Tech 1 is the thing. We have Spectral. We would have Piercing. Do we need Spectral? Do we need Tech 1 Tears? Let's see what our damage drops to here if we get rid of the Pentagram. Man. That's tough. What is the Tears Up comparison to Binky from... It's actually a better Tears upgrade than Toothpicks. Now we could also just go balls to the wall here and get rid of all of our damage in lieu of DPS. That might be the better strategy because remember we have Guppy. Let's see how it works here. Let's analyze this and see if this is actually better. Going for a more quantity over quality of damage. With unlimited range, piercing, and spectral tears. That seems pretty safe to me. The flies are still doing, 8 damage-ish or so. Gonna focus and take everything one at a time here. Jacob's Ladder is obviously a huge pickup for us. It's going to take care of any AoE that we may be lacking. But also, it will spread to other enemies that we don't have to worry about targeting directly. We start weaving blue candle shots in here to start denying the shots from Mom. Got the movement speed to deal with this, no big deal. We can do this, team. Like I said, Tainted Isaac is a great teacher of item prioritization and learning the value, the inherent and also the speculative value of items in Isaac. On the surface, getting rid of so many damage upgrades seemed insane, right? Like our damage is based around our flies doing as much damage as possible. But if you understand anything about DPS, or at least the concept of DPS in Isaac, you basically realize that, well, no, the damage is not coming from our raw damage. It's coming from the guppy flies themselves. So the better of the two choices is not necessarily to hit harder, but hit more frequently and let the flies spawn and do the work for us, because they are, without a shadow of a doubt, going to be the most important part of our damage. I'm only putting down toothpicks to get the 5 bombs from Bob's Curse. And that's not something that a newer player would think of off the top of their head, right? And I'm not saying this stuff to make it seem like I'm patting myself on the back or anything stupid like that. It's just a fact. You got to understand on Tainted Isaac especially which items are going to outweigh the other item to be more advantageous to you and to give you the best chance of winning. And that's what I like about Tainted Isaac. You know, I don't dislike Tainted Isaac because it turns Isaac into kind of like a thinking man's game, right? It's a puzzle that we have to solve. And you have to analyze stuff. You have to look over scenarios. You have to be like, hey, is this item going to benefit us more than this other item that's very strong and has dual stats, for example? But in some cases, one rule will trump another rule, and that kind of stuff is built and bred out of just pure experience with a game. In this case, Isaac, obviously. There we go. And I will take the Rotten Heart here. 1 to go. All right, let's see here. Book of Revelations is good. Shield of Tears is amazing, but not going to take priority over anything we have. We can take Book of Revelations for the HP. I don't think we're going to need Blue Candle anymore. And this just ensures the win here. But again, it's fun. The randomizer, and this is the whole point of the randomizer, is a fun enhancer. I want people eventually, I'm not saying or insinuating everything, but my dream for the randomizer app will be people to consider it sort of like Isaac NG Plus type deal. And with the planned content updates for handicap packs, for additional features, that sort of stuff, I really want it to be fleshed out to be sort of almost like its own mod without being a mod. And that's important to me too, because people have been clamoring to see if I'm going to do a standalone mod that will also work with Isaac and integrate the handicap rules and stuff. And the answer is no. I get why people are asking that, but we're not mod makers, and it's simply just it's not what I want. I want anybody, whether they're starting out on Rebirth on mobile or they're on Repentance Plus, I want everybody to be able to use this regardless of the platform that they're on, right? So of course that's going to come with some limitations, and I spend a lot of time to work out the pros and cons of decisions and that sort of stuff. And while having an integrated mod that would work with some kind of weird API setup and injection code for Isaac, I don't think that it. Let's put it this way: it's not planned anytime soon, if ever. Now, if a mod maker wants to step up and try to do something like that, it's something that I would explore. But it will not be it won't be a priority. I have no idea where we're going. Doesn't this take us back to the same dang room? Wait, there's a door down here? Well, didn't even notice that door. Rise! I'm really excited that people are finally getting their hands on the randomizer. We've already updated the app to include a little UI improvement, and also adding the ability for players to add screenshots to the bug reports. So you don't have to describe them, you can just simply show us. And by us I mean Bryn Mawr. So and all that is directly from player feedback and user feedback. So thank you everybody who's been doing that. I'm excited. As we get close to 1.0, however many months that is going to be down the road, it's going to be even more exciting, because I picture how many features will expand into before 1.0 is done, and we open it up to the world, Warcraft. No, ain't nobody on WoW anymore. It's all about OSRS, baby. Where's all my OSRS peeps out there? That was cute. That was cute, Pride. Making sure. I don't want to miss another door. Okay, I have absolutely no clue where we're supposed to go here, game. Because I feel like I've been in every single direction possible, but it always feels like that when we're lost. So I think I have atoned for my punishment for using that sun card on floor 2. If you're still angry about that, well, then I don't know what to tell you. I did what I thought was fair. I think the punishment was probably a little bit steeper than the crime, but I think people would have understood if I just said, okay, curse the loss on the next floor, and then turned it off. But we'll do it for the whole run. That's fine. Okay, thank God we got past that Mega Maw. There's another thing I love about Jacob's Ladder too, is that I don't have to directly fire at the target. I can just shoot a wall and it's going to bounce off and ricochet at the nearest target. So it increases your shot efficiency in a weird way. Ooh, that's a lot of damage, but Tech 1 plus my reflection is not phenomenal. Because you have to fire backwards, which is really dumb. So we're going to get the dub here with only 8 items taken. And I am happy about that. So this difficulty, and I'll show you the rating system and how it works in a moment. I'll even put the seed in. Hopefully no one's looking at my profile at the time of this recording, because it might spoil Sunday's video, but if they do, so be it. Which is another reminder, everybody. I know that it's difficult to avoid spoilers in the comments, especially when the mobile app shows you the top comment. How I do it is I just train my eyes to not register, or even glance at the video description. As soon as I open a video on YouTube, I immediately just go full screen. For mobile, for PC or for a desktop browser, it's a little bit different. But here we go. No problem whatsoever. Tainted Isaac. Tainted Isaac's Stone Age to Blue Baby beaten. And so now I'll show you what to do after you're... So picture you as me. I know it's a little bit scary to think about that, but go back to the randomizer here. And we're going to rate this difficulty based on just how we felt. So I don't think it made it too hard, but it definitely is pretty punishing for players who do. So I'm going to go ahead and give that a 3. There's Sissy. Sissy. And then you can go over to your user stats, and then you can signify that you have completed this challenge. It even gives you the date and everything right here. And completion seed, right now I don't have it because I'll have to look it up in the VOD, but I will fill this out. Mark is completed. And there we go. Challenge is marked as completed. And that's it. That's what I love about it. So thank you, everyone who's been taking part in the closed beta test. I really do appreciate it. I'm so excited for the future about it. And this is just going to be a new fun way to play Isaac that doesn't intrude with mods or any downloads or anything like that. So thank you very much, everyone, for all the support. And as always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Like thanks to patrons of mine like Yami, Sampudu, and Langwart. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find over at patreon.com/Invicta.